What's up? My name is Dominique and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you my super easy everyday glam routine. I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite products, and of course I'll be teaching you how I create this look as we walk through it together. This video is for everybody from every makeup skill level. Hopefully you'll be able to learn something new that you can incorporate in your own makeup routine. And before we get into it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe so that we can become besties. Grab all of your favorite makeup products and some makeup brushes and follow along with me as we create my everyday soft glam look. First things first, I need to clip back my hair. Every time I wear these little clips in my hair, it makes me feel like Shrek with his little Shrek ears. You know, those green little ears that stick out of his head? That's exactly what I feel like right now with these clips. So first things first, I always start off with skin prep. Prepping your skin before your makeup is essential if you want your makeup to look good and last throughout the day. And since this look is a little bit more light because it's everyday makeup, I want it to look super glowy. First, I'm gonna apply a little bit of the Niacinamide Dew Drops from Glow Recipe, and I only want to apply a little bit of this. If you apply too much of this could cause your makeup to break up, so only use a little bit. Alright, so now that that's on, I'm gonna let it soak into my skin until it dries completely down before I add my next product. If you don't wait for it to dry, you can cause those little peeling beads, you know what I mean? And you don't want that at all. Alright, so next product that I'm gonna apply is moisturizer. This is the Sunday Riley C.E.O. Afterglow Moisturizer. I'm literally obsessed with this. This moisturizer has vitamin C in it, so it really helps with brightening the skin, and it makes my skin feel so soft and glowy, and it's literally bright yellow. The packaging is so cute, and you only need a little bit of this as well. This isn't the most thin moisturizer, so if you accidentally add too much, it might break up your foundation. I just go in with the tiniest amount that I could possibly use to cover my face, and it works perfectly every single time. It does have a scent to it though, so if you're sensitive to scented moisturizers and scented products, you might not like this. But I just love this moisturizer so much. I've gone through probably like 3 jars of it already. So now my skin is nice and prepped and moisturized. I'm gonna start off with what I do every single time that I start my makeup, and that is my eyeshadow. Hear me out. I always do my eyeshadow first because I hate when eyeshadow falls out onto the foundation if I did my foundation first. So I just do my eyeshadow first. So if anything falls out, I can remove it. And then once I do my foundation, it will be nice and flawless. I'm gonna start off by priming my eyelids with the Soft Matte Concealer from NARS. And because this is an everyday soft glam look, I'm gonna show you a super easy eye look, and you can recreate this look using any eyeshadow colors that you want. Just do the same method and it will be a success. I'm just using this eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty. This is the Naughty eyeshadow palette. Alright, so for this look, you only need 2 to 3 eyeshadow brushes. Here are the 3 brushes that I'm going to be using. First up, we have the Morphe M513 brush. Then we have the PC11 brush, and then the PC20 brush. So really all you need is a big fluffy brush, a slightly smaller fluffy brush, and then a flat eyeshadow brush. But really, if you only have one fluffy brush, that's fine too. And you don't really even need a flat eyeshadow brush. You can just use your finger. So really, you'll be fine with even one brush. I'm just going to be using the 3 brush method. Alright, so first up, I'm going to take the big fluffy brush. I'm going to dip into the shade Hypnotic in the palette, and it's a super light brown. So what I always do when I do my eyeshadow, I start off by looking down into a mirror, and I make sure to hold all my brushes at the back of the brush because this is going to give you a super light and smooth blend. So I'm going to stick my brush into my crease right here, which is that space between your brow bone and your eyeball. I'm going to stick it in there, and I'm gonna start going back and forth like a windshield wiper. This is called windshield wiper motions. And then I'm gonna throw some circles in there to help blend it out. And I suggest bringing this color all the way up to your eyebrow if you can. It's a super light shade, so you really shouldn't see it all the way at your eyebrow. This step is really just gonna help your makeup look super blended. And if you do this step correctly, you can't go wrong from here. I'm just gonna blend everywhere on my eyelid with this shade. I wanna diffuse all harsh edges, and I'm gonna keep going until I have nothing left on my brush. You see how the shade here is super blended and you can't see any harsh lines or anything, even though it's all the way up to my eyebrow. That's exactly what we need. So that was just one layer of the shade, and I'm gonna go back back in with the same brush and the same shade, and I'm just going to repeat the exact same thing that I just did. I'm just deepening up that shade so you can see it a little bit more. Apparently the shade has a bit more of a pinky look to it than I expected. Thought it was going to be a bit more brown, but I think it's still cute. Alright, so here's the shade. I dipped in about 3 times, and this is what it looks like. So now I'm going to take my slightly smaller fluffy brush. I'm going to dip into the shade Juicy, which is a slightly darker shade, just like the one that I just put on. So I'm going to place this brush in the exact same place that I placed the first brush, just into my crease, and then I'm going to do windshield wiper motions as well, but I'm going to make sure to keep this shade lower than the first one that I applied. So I don't want to take this shade higher than that first shade, because that is what is going to give us that beautiful blend. And that's why I say bring it all the way up to the eyebrow, because then you have more space and more room to work with this darker shade. And I'm also going to apply this shade all over my lid as well. I just want this to be a super soft eyeshadow moment. And now with the flat eyeshadow brush, I'm just going in with the shade Irresistible from the palette, which is a beautiful rose shimmer. And I'm just dusting this all over my eyelid and bringing it all the way up. If you don't like shimmer eyeshadow, you don't have to do this step, but I'm extra and I love shimmery things and glitter, so I'm doing it. I'm seriously placing the shimmer shade everywhere on my eyelid. And I'm just going to give this eyeshadow one last blend with the first brush and the first shade, just to help blend everything together and make it look seamless. And that's it. That's literally the eyeshadow look, all complete. Super easy, super flattering. Just remember to always blend out any harsh edges that you see, even if that means you have to bring it all the way up to your eyebrow or flick it out towards your temple. Once I apply foundation, this is going to look a lot more soft and less intense, because the foundation is kind of going to blend in right with it. As you know, I'm super extra, so I'm going to add some eyeliner across my lash line. If you don't like eyeliner, you don't have to do this step either. My soft glam eyeshadow is all complete, so let's move on to the base. I'm going to prime my skin using the NYX Marshmellow primer, and of course remember to only use a little bit, and I'm going to focus it on my cheeks and anywhere where I have pores. And don't forget your T-zone. So now I'm going to let that soak into my skin before applying my foundation. For foundation, I thought it was very fitting to use my favorite foundation of all time, and that is the Haus Labs foundation. For a super natural look, I suggest taking 1 pump of the foundation and putting it on the back of your hand, and then with a brush, I take a little bit off the back of my hand and then start applying from the bottom of my face, working my way up to the center. And this technique is going to give you a very natural and light appearance to your skin. With all makeup in general, less is more. And I'm gonna see how much of my face I can cover with only using 1 pump. If the foundation is good and has a high coverage, you should be able to still cover your skin with only using a little bit. This way the product is gonna last longer because you're using significantly less product, and your foundation is gonna sit way nicer on your skin, and it's not gonna cling to your pores or your texture as much. I just covered my whole face, and look at how much foundation I still have left on my hand, and this is just 1 pump. I am a pretty small person in general, so it makes sense why I don't even need a full pump. And if I pumped 1 pump, 2 pumps, 3 pumps across my face, I would be using way too much product. And that's how I used to do my foundation until I started doing this technique, and I'm obsessed with how it looks on the skin. I definitely can tell a really big difference when I use less product. And now I'm just pressing the foundation into my skin with a beauty sponge. The sponge is also going to pick up any extra product that doesn't need to be on my skin, that would just sit on top. And this is the step that makes a foundation truly look like skin. I cannot leave the house without pressing my foundation in with the beauty sponge. This is an essential step in my routine. So now I'm going to apply some concealer, and I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Concealer, and this is one of my favorite concealers ever. Definitely in my top 5 favorite concealers. This lasts all day long. It does not crease. It does not go anywhere. It does not look cakey on the skin, and it also blends in beautifully. I always blend out my concealer from the bottom, and then I work my way to my lower lash line because I want the least amount of product in where I crease under my eyes, you know? I mean, look at how beautiful this concealer is. It's so good. good. And then of course I'm tapping in all the concealer with the sponge just to soak up any extra product. I always go over any cream product that I apply on my skin with the beauty sponge after I apply it, just to really help push it into the skin. Now since I want my skin to look as natural as possible, I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite cream bronzers. This is the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer. I always take my brush and dip it right into this compact, and then I apply it directly onto my skin with the brush, and this just gives a beautiful natural appearance to the skin because as soon as I'm touching the product to my skin, it's blending out with the brush. And this is why I love cream bronzers in a little jar like this, because I think it's easier to get a more natural look that way because you're not accidentally rolling it onto the skin and getting way too much product. And also this product is freaking beautiful. It has a beautiful glowy finish to it, and it also has a light medium coverage so you can build it, but also you can make it look super natural. It's called a skin enhancer because it seriously enhances your skin. It looks just like skin once you apply it, and I'm obsessed. I don't know if you can tell. And now with my sponge, I'm just going to tap it into my skin. And then with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, I'm just going to set in areas where I usually crease, like under my eyes and my smile lines, and also my nose because I don't want my nose to go anywhere. And then I also set my cheeks a little bit right here because there's some pores there that I want to be hidden. And also my T-zone. You cannot forget about the T-zone. And then I really work the powder into my skin while dusting it away at the same time. Now my skin is mostly set, but now I'm going to go in with a powder bronzer. This one is from Fenty, and I'm just setting the cream bronzer into place. You don't have to set your cream bronzer into place, but I just want to make sure that it lasts all day long, and I think it looks so beautiful this way, especially after I powdered my face. And this routine might seem a little bit extra to you because I do this all the time. It's not to me. Okay, we're looking super cute. I'm going to take my Patrick Ta blush in the shade She's a Doll, and I'm just going to lightly apply some to my cheeks just for a nice pop of color. I am a blush girl, so I love to apply blush to every look that I do. I love how you get a cream blush and a powder blush in this duo. That's too good. Remember how I said a little blush? I put way too much and now I'm trying to blend it out so it doesn't look super intense, but I think that ship has sailed because that blush is pigmented and I love it, but also I put way too much. Okay, it's at a better spot, so now I'm going to take this Haus Labs highlighter. This is in the shade Sunstone, and I'm literally going to apply this all over my face. I love this highlighter because it looks super natural. It's not chunky or glittery at all. It seriously gives you that nice glow from within that you can only see when you turn your head to the side. And it's super buildable and doesn't go on super blinding right away, which is really nice. I just love this highlighter, especially for an everyday look. Lady Gaga killed the highlighter department. Okay, how cute is this makeup look right now? I'm living for it. I think my skin looks so beautiful, and that's exactly what I want when I do an everyday soft glam look. I want my skin to be the center of attention. As I was finishing up my eyebrows, I have to say this Refy brow gel is one of my all-time favorites, especially for an everyday look. I am obsessed. It goes on white but dries clear. For the most part, sometimes I'll catch some white flakes in my eyebrow, which sucks, but the hold that it has is just so good. So my lower lash line is complete and so are my eyebrows, so let's move on to the lip. I'm just gonna line my lips with a nude lip pencil, and this is from Jaclyn Cosmetics in the shade Hot Tea. And I always line my lips no matter what kind of look I'm doing. I cannot live without lip liner. Once you become addicted to lip liners, there's no going back. You really notice how big of a difference it makes. Especially if you're trying to create a nude lip, lip liners are essential. And then for the actual lipstick, I'm going to be using this MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love, and it's a nice pale nude with a slightly pink undertone. And I'm gonna get it all on top of the lip liner, and then I'm gonna do this to help blend the colors together. And then I'm going to top off the lip with this lip gloss from Tower 28 in the shade Chill. And I'm just going to apply a little bit in the center. And if you don't want to contaminate your clear gloss once the wand gets like this, all dirty from your lipstick, just wipe it off on a towel or a napkin before you put it back into the tube. And the last step in my makeup routine every single time is setting spray. This is the Dalba White Truffle First Spray Serum, and I swear by this stuff. This is a glowy setting spray. I wouldn't say it's a setting spray, I would say it's a finishing spray because all it does is really give your skin a beautiful glow, but that's why I love it. It takes the glow and it turns it up one notch while also melting in all the powder that you put on your face into your skin so it doesn't look like you have powder sitting on top. It really melts it in. I always like to cover my eyes with this, And I spray it a lot all over my face. And then I let it dry before moving my face, except now because I'm talking. And if I spray it on top of my liner or my mascara, it could cause it to run. So I just cover my eyes so there's no running. And you see how it just leveled up my skin and made it look even more glowy. And I'm obsessed. I've gone through multiple bottles of this because I just love how it makes my skin look. Truly, this is one of a kind. And of course, I linked it in the description box just in case you want to check it out. And that's it. Here is today's makeup look all complete. This is my everyday soft glam look. This is what I would wear if I'm going out to dinner, if I'm doing anything. This is my go-to makeup look. Although my eyeshadow does change, but I would say the base routine definitely stays the same. And this lip combo is one of my go-tos. And I just love glowy skin. So that's exactly what I went for today. There's nothing better than glowy skin. And I stand by that. The skin is skinning today. All these products, when you use them together, it creates a beautiful masterpiece. I love it and I'm obsessed. And I hope you are too. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something. As always, I link all the products down in the description box just in case you want to check any of them out. I had so much fun creating this video today. I loved showing you my everyday soft glam look and I know you'll be able to recreate it on your own. I had so much fun and I will be back next week with a brand new video. But until then, you can go ahead and binge watch the rest of my videos on my channel so you don't miss me too much until then. And of course, before you go, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps support me and the channel a lot. Leave a comment down below. And of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe so that we can become besties. And also make sure you hit that little bell icon down below so you know when I upload my next video. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back next week with a brand new video and I will see you on the next one. Bye!